before, I think marketing could have been in various forms, the obvious being events and advertising and lunches and, you know, coffees and things like that. And all those went away. And so if anything, I think it's really helped the marketing industry kind of show its value, because look, the digital marketing always existed. It was always there. But now I think the market understands it better on how to leverage it, and more so, what is your story and why should people care, right? And so it's people aren't buying what you do, they buy why you do it. The biggest lesson was, it's not to become a one size fits all for everyone. It's to really hold the vision, not the circumstance. And so hold the vision, but how do you innovate within it? And I think that's the key. And I think being an owner is the very similar thing. I think it's, for an entrepreneur, you gotta figure out what your talents are and then leverage the heck out of them and then delegate everything else. I really do believe in that business is personal, like human. Like no matter if you're selling a product or service or technology, at the end of the day, another human is consuming. The only person you have to convince is yourself. And I think if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, then just do it, right? Like I think, you know, don't be afraid to fail, because failure is a good thing. Failure is a really good thing, because that's where you learn, and that's where it'll help you. If it doesn't help you today, it'll probably help you in a year or 2 or 4 years from now. You're going to remember that, and it's going to be great. So I would just say, it was interesting. I just came across a video, and they were saying, well, make sure you're solving a need, right? Make sure you take care of yourself, and then make sure you seek criticism from friends. Some of the best advice I got when I first started was never say no to a meeting. And you quickly realize that's not sustainable, because after a while, right? Like, and I think there's a fine balance, you know, where eventually you're not going to be able to say yes to everything, and nor should you. Like, the power of no is pretty powerful. But at the beginning, if that's what we're talking about, is, you know, take as many coffees and lunches and networking that you can, because you just don't know where that's going to lead to. And higher attitude trains skill. I would start to invest in your network again, because that's how you're probably going to crack through the piles and piles of resumes that they're getting, that any job's getting. That's always been my advice to anyone, is like, do you know someone who knows someone? Because that's your way in.
Amish, when we started this conversation, you had a lovely mug. Would you like to show it to us? I did all of that.
This is one of my favorite mugs that are actually John and Jeff, the brother duo of Forward Level, our creative director and our chief operating officer. I don't know if you can read that. Can you read that?